Big Daddy here, and today we're going to take a look at KaOS. So what is KaOS? Well, according to their website, they are a lean KDE distribution, targeting users who have tried other desktop environments, other distros, and have settled on the fact that they want an operating system that is focused on one desktop environment, one being KDE. The goal is to have limited software. And you may say, well, why would you want to have limited software? Well, their target audience is not for the masses. Their target audience is for people who want quality software that is developed and maintained to be stable. So out of the almost 2,000 applications that they have in their repos, they are all built and maintained by KaOS. So the idea is to have a rolling release built from scratch, not built on Ubuntu or Arch, built from scratch based on the 8664 architecture, which leaves out the 32-bit applications, and that also may turn people off. But again, they're not going for the masses. They're going for specific users, specifically KDE lovers. So how did they do? Well, the lean part, I think it was 490 megabytes of memory on boot up. So that's pretty lean. Software, well, on software there is not a whole lot installed. KPatience for games. Graphics, you got Gwenview, Carbon, Krita, Ocular for PDF. For internet, you have FatRat, which is a downloader. I installed Franz. KDE Connect, which is the best KDE app ever. You have Cupzilla as the browser. So Firefox and Chromium or Chrome are not installed, although Firefox is in the repos. Chromium is not, and I think there's a developer version of Google Chrome in the repos. Multimedia, you have Cantata, which is the music player, K3B for burning, and you have quite a few video players for MPV, SM Player, and VLC is installed. Now, I installed OBS, but they did have Simple Screen Recorder installed. For Office, you have Calligra Sheets and Words, which I would assume would handle the Excel and Word documents, although I don't think the whole Calligra Office suite is installed. System settings. System, you have Dolphin, which is the best file manager on the planet. A couple of K applications, which are SysGuard and the wallet, which I turn off. They do offer customizations like the root actions in Dolphin. And then you have your power options. So obviously the menu is focused on the sidebar being the panel being on the side, and it's on the right side. So it's different than most operating systems, most distros out there. Most distros that have a panel, a vertical panel, will have it on the left side. Although this doesn't bother me because I have a dual monitor which I put on the left, and I have trouble dragging windows across when the panel's on the left vertically. It wants to snap to the top of the screen and whatnot. So I don't mind it being on the left. You have your normal system tray icons. And I just want to show you one of the features of this here. So Captan is a program, or a welcome screen I should say, that launches when you first install it. And it's actually pretty nice. So you click next and you can basically set up your desktop for the way you want it right out of the box. So it asks you don't have to dig through the KDE settings, is what I'm saying. Single click or double click for folders, right hand or left hand. You can set up the way the system looks. So Qt Curve is the default. You can switch it to Breeze or Oxygen or Fusion. Now, me personally, I think the Qt Curve theme that they picked is pretty nice. Windows style, you can change the window borders right from here. Your color scheme, your desktop theme, your icon set, whether you want a desktop view or a folder view, the number of desktops that you want. And you can also pick which menu you want right out of the box. So it comes as the application menu as default, but you can switch it to the application launcher or the dashboard. You can change your wallpaper right away. You can change the user picture right away. And then it gives you a summary of everything that you chose. I think this feature is lacking in a lot of operating systems. I think a lot of distros out there focus on installing software right away and don't focus on customizing right away. They expect you to go in and customize it. And to be honest with you, KDE can be overwhelming at times, especially for new users. So this is a welcomed addition. Something I think other distros ought to copy. So all in all, did it meet its goals? Well, the pros are that it is a rolling release, that it is built from scratch. It's not based on anything. So that is a good thing. It may have similarities, you may say, to Arch because the package manager is Pacman and the software manager is Octopi, like Manjaro. But again, these are not the AUR repos. This is the KaOS repos. And they use Pacman to install software. But that's where the similarities go. So they have a kernel release where they have a stable kernel and they have a next kernel, which is in development for about 6 weeks until testing, until they release it out in the wild. Their programs are tested and not tested. As far as the website is concerned, it said that they test them for a short period to make sure they're compatible, which is probably a good thing. And I would assume, again, it's in the same model as Manjaro, where you get the latest Plasma, but you may have to wait a few days in order to get it to make sure that they test it to be right. And right now, this is running the latest Plasma, so it's not like you have to wait very long. This is running 5.8.5. 5.3 on the frameworks, which I did an update. When I first installed this, there was 280 some updates, and it went from 5.29 to 5.30 for the frameworks. Qt version is 5.71, and the kernel is 4.815. So you're getting the latest stuff, but you're getting it in a way that's basically curated so that they test it a little bit to make sure that even though it's a rolling release, it's not the bleeding edge where you're going to have to worry about your system being broken on the next update. So is this system for you? Is KaOS for you? Well, it's like I said, it's not for everybody. It doesn't have 32-bit applications installed if that's what you need. If you need Steam installed, then it's probably not going to be the distribution for you. But for people who want specific software, who are already on 64-bit, who want that specific specialized desktop and love KDE, I think it's a great choice. Is it for everyone? No. But is it for you? Only you'll be able to tell that. So until next time, Big Daddy out.